One of the things we have to do for our final project is we need to do what's called a rendering of the house on the property. Now, the easiest way to do this is to use a camera. So I'm going to click on this. I'm going to click on camera. And one of the problems we have here is that the camera says its offset is 5'6". That's from sea level. And what we have to remember is that our house and our property is 770 feet up in the air. So I have to change this offset from 5'6" to something like 775 feet 6 inches. Then I'm going to take my camera. I'm going to go down to the lower left-hand corner here someplace, and I'm going to click. I'm going to drag this across, and I'm going to click again, and it gives me the view of my house sitting on the property nicely. Now, on view, I can click render up here, or I can get the render icon down here. It has a little light bulb next to it. So it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to click on this one because it makes it easier. And it brings up this rendering dialog box. And this might take a couple seconds to come up for you. My computer is a little bit, I've done this once or twice, so the rendering is already loaded. Now on settings, I'm going to click here, and there are draft, medium, high, and best for choices. This is going to be the quickest rendering. This is going to be the longest one. I'm going to just choose best here and see how long that takes. I can tell you that if I leave it in draft, the rendering will take about 20 seconds. But in best, I expect it to take a lot longer than that. So I'm just not sure how much more time it will take. Not going to change anything else here. This is the lighting. If I was inside the house, I would choose interior sun, but we're exterior and I wanted to just use the sun only. So now I'm going to hit render. And this will start to process, and you can see the little cursor is spinning. And this is going to bring up another dialog box, and then I'm going to pause the video and let it run. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to pause the video and come back when this is done. Just to give you an idea how long it takes to do this. I'm 16% done with this rendering, and I'm a little more than 4.5 minutes into this. So it's going to take a while. Okay, so this machine is finally done rendering this house and such as that, and it took almost 28 minutes. So it's about half an hour using the best settings. So I'm just going to close this. And now I want to make sure I save this to the project. And it says rendered images are saved in the renderings branch of the project browser. And I'm going to name this, HFH, and then it is house on site. So HFH house on site. And I'll say OK. And that should now appear in my project browser right down here. You're going to see the word rendering, and if I double click on that, it'll show me the picture of the rendering. There we go.